What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. Today, I'll be previewing Stewart-Haas Racing as we head into the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Before I go ahead and talk about the drivers who will be driving for Stewart-Haas Racing, there are some big notable changes happening to Stewart-Haas Racing for 2024. First, Kevin Harvick has officially retired from the NASCAR Cup Series and will join the Fox Sports booth in 2024. The other driver change is that Eric Almirola will not be back at Stewart-Haas Racing in 2024 and will be driving for Joe Gibbs Racing on a part-time basis for a majority of the year in 2024 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. There's also, of course, a couple big sponsorship moves that have happened. First, Busch Beer has gone to Trackhouse Racing. Smithfield have been associated with Eric Almirola, is also gone, and I'm not sure where they're going to be at in NASCAR anytime soon. And Hunt Brothers Pizza, which have been a big sponsor with Kevin Harvick and KHI, has now gone on to work with Joey Logano starting in 2024. A lot of major moves and changes happening in regards to those notable moves. But now let's go ahead and talk about the four drivers who will be driving for Stewart-Haas Racing in 2024. The first driver we talk about for Stewart-Haas Racing is Josh Berry. Josh Berry will drive the number 4 car for Stewart-Haas Racing in 2024 as he takes over for Kevin Harvick in the 2024 season. And Rodney Childers, who had been the crew chief for Kevin Harvick, will crew chief for him in 2024. Now, Josh Berry did make some select starts in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2023 as a substitute driver, of course, for Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman. Had a couple shots to win races. You go back, he actually won the All-Star Open at North Wilkesboro in substitution for Alex Bowman, and also finished runner-up at Richmond for Chase Elliott. Now, I think that Josh Berry is a very, very solid driver, and I think he could have a pretty good year. Now, what are my expectations for Josh Berry heading into 2024? Well, I think he's actually going to be the best of the 4 drivers competing for Stewart-Haas Racing heading into the 2024 season. I think he's going to be a massive major contender for an outside shot of making the plus, and I think the ultimate goal for Josh Berry is to potentially make the playoffs. But I think the other big goal for Josh Berry heading into 2024 is to win the Rookie of the Year. He is one of 3 drivers that is competing for the Rookie of the Year honors in 2024. He'll be doing that alongside Carson Ospar, who's in the 77 for Spire, and Zane Smith, of course, will be driving the 71 for Spire Motorsports, who, of course, does have a partnership with Trackhouse Racing. I think Josh Berry will end up winning the Rookie of the Year honors in 2024, and in general, I expect Josh Berry to have a very, very solid and really strong year in 2024. Where I think he fails to make the playoffs, I think he'll have a good chance to maybe have a shot at making it. I expect Josh Berry to be pretty quick. I expect him to be pretty consistent. I expect this 14 to be really, really good. One thing we don't know at the moment is sponsorship. I would imagine maybe some of the companies like Bass Pro Shops and other companies associated with SHR, maybe Junior Motorsports, are maybe going to come over and work with Josh Berry, like Tire Rack, maybe starting in 2024. We'll wait to see what happens on that. But nonetheless, I think Josh Berry could have a very solid and really strong year with Stewart-Haas Racing in 2024. The second driver we'll be driving for Stewart-Haas Racing in 2024 is the driver of the 14 car for Stewart-Haas Racing, Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe did not have a really strong year in 2023. He missed the playoffs and finished 30th in the standings. On top of that as well, he got a 120-point penalty and nearly ended up missing a race and almost got suspended for a race because of that one race suspension penalty which he received, which is the biggest single-person penalty in NASCAR Cup Series history. Now in 2024, he is expected to be paired up with Richard Boswell in 2024, who actually worked with Chase Briscoe near the end of 2023. Of course, they had a really good gelling in the NASCAR Xfinity Series back in 2019, 2018, and 2020 as well. Now in 2024, what are my expectations for Chase Briscoe? Well, I think Chase Briscoe is going to have an improved year in 2024 compared to 2023. I don't think he's going to make the playoffs in 2024 simply because of the fact Stewart-Haas Racing kind of fell off quite a bit in the recent years. But I think Chase Briscoe will at least have a shot to potentially finish in the top 20 in the standings and maybe have his best year since 2022. He's good at a lot of different types of tracks. He's a pretty good short track racer as well. We know how strong Stewart-Haas Racing short track program has been as of late, and I think that really could help out a driver like Chase Briscoe going into the 2024 season. The hope, like I said, for Chase Briscoe is having much more better year, have an improved season, and we'll see what Chase Briscoe can do in 2024, which I think he will. I don't think he finishes 30th. I think he finishes around that 20th to 23rd in the standings throughout 2024, and nonetheless, I think that Chase Briscoe for sure will have an improved year in 2024. The third driver we drive for Stewart-Haas Racing in 2024 is a driver of the 41 car for Stewart-Haas Racing, Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece had a very mediocre year in 2023. He finished 23rd in the NASCAR Cup Series standings and unfortunately missed the playoffs, which is kind of disappointing considering he did have a couple chances to win races in 2023. You go back to Martinsville, where he had one of the fastest cars in the field before he had a speeding penalty. He honestly could have won the Busch Light Clash at the LA Coliseum early in the year, and also is really fast at Richmond in the spring and the fall as well. Now in 2024, while it's not officially announced, Chad Johnson is expected to be once again the crew chief for Ryan Preece in 2024. Now, what are the expectations for Ryan Preece going into 2024? Well, there's a couple big expectations. One, he needs to improve on what he did in 2023. I think he needs to be finishing around that top 20 in the standings area because Ryan Preece is unclear if he'll be back after 2024, so I think he gets year-on-year contracts. But I will say this about Ryan Preece. I think he is a very, very talented driver who can for sure get the best out of equipment. I don't think but the problem I have for Ryan Preece is that if the equipment's not as good, I don't think he's going to perform as well. We all know, like I've already mentioned, that Stewart-Haas Racing has kind of fallen off in recent years. So I think that could generally hurt Ryan Preece in 2024. I think Ryan Preece's biggest strength is going to be, of course, at the short tracks. He's a really good short track racer, and I think that he'll improve throughout 2024. However, I think there are going to be some big struggles coming away for this number 41 organization. I think Ryan Preece will have kind of a mediocre year. I think he kind of finishes near the middle to the bottom of the pack of the standings just because SHR's issues that we've seen in recent years. Nonetheless, I think there's going to be a little struggles coming away of this 41 organization, and I think that Ryan Preece, unfortunately, will not make the playoffs in 2024, but hopefully Ryan Preece can improve on some of the issues he had throughout the year and can have a better year in the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season. We'll see what happens in 2024. And the fourth and final driver who will be driving for Stewart-Haas Racing in 2024 is the driver of the 10 car for Stewart-Haas Racing, Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson has been reinstated in recent weeks and will be taking over for Eric Almirola starting in 2024 and has signed a multi-year contract in the most recent week. Now going into 2024, Drew Blickensurfer is going to be the crew chief who would, of course, work with Eric Almirola in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2023. Look, Noah Gragson had a rough year on the track and off the track. In 2023, Noah Gragson only had 2 top 20 finishes. Now, I think where he's going in 2024, that being Noah Gragson headed to SHR, I think he's going to be in a better situation. He's going to have a team around him that is really going to help him out, which I think will be a big advantage for Noah Gragson headed into the 2024 season. Now, what are the overall expectations for Noah Gragson heading into 2024? Well, number one, he needs to improve on 2023. And I think Noah Gragson does have a really good chance and a really strong possibility on improving from what he did in 2023. You got to have a better year in 2024 than 2023. Yeah, like I said, he does have a multi-year deal with the organization, but he needs to have a better year in 2024. And like I've already mentioned, I think he will have that better year. I really do trust Noah Gragson. I think Noah Gragson has been putting the work on the track and off the track as well. He's been doing some racing outside of NASCAR, and I think in general, I think that's going to really help him out. Unfortunately, I am a little worried about Noah Gragson for a couple reasons. One, sponsorship was not announced for him. I would imagine, though, the Black Rifle Coffee Company and also maybe Bass Pro Shops, potentially maybe Wendy's as well, could come over and work with Noah Gragson starting in 2024. But also, I think Noah Gragson will improve a little bit. But again, I'm a little worried, like I said, about Stewart-Haas Racing and their struggles as an organization. I think in general that is going to hurt SHR in 2024. But again, I think Noah Gragson for sure will have a better year, but I think he only finishes around 29th to 30th in the standings because that 10 team was not amazing. I know Eric Almirola finished 22nd, and near the end of the year, to Eric Almirola's credit, he did improve a lot more, but unfortunately, I think that there are going to be some struggles coming the way of Noah Gragson throughout 2024. Not because of the talent Noah Gragson has, but because of the struggles of the organization as a whole. Nonetheless, I think this could be a very interesting year, and we'll see how Noah Gragson, in fact, ends up doing in 2024. We'll see when other stuff gets announced too as well, but nonetheless, Noah Gragson looks to have a better year in 2024. In general, when you look at Stewart-Haas Racing heading into the 2024 season, there is a lot of worry with this team. They've lost two of their big superstars, Kevin Harvick and Eric Almirola, and they've lost a couple big sponsors as well. And sponsors are what pays the bills of these organizations. If you lose these big sponsors, there's a good chance your organization is not going to run as well as you have done. So hopefully we can see some big improvement from this organization going forward. Maybe in the future we see a manufacturer change for Stewart-Haas Racing, but as of right now, they're staying with Ford at least through 2024, and we will see all the drivers that are going to this team driving for them in 2024. So that is going to be it for the 2024 Stewart-Haas Racing team preview. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Links description below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's video. How well do you think Stewart-Haas Racing will perform in 2024? Do you think they'll struggle in 2024? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, there will either be a NASCAR news video on the channel or maybe a 2024 NASCAR Cup Series winner predictions. I've not entirely decided that. There's also going to be a silly season update before the end of the week, and there's a lot of other content dropping for Christmas as well, so make sure to subscribe to check out all that content. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.